On today's show, the New York Knicks are rumored to be interested in Jason Kidd to fill their coaching vacancy. Should the Mavs allow them to interview Jason Kidd? Sure. Talk about that and more. Today's Locked On Mavs. Stop it! Stop! The number one pick will go to the Dallas Mavericks. Cooper Flagg will fly in Dallas.
Dogs, all of us, all five.
You are Locked On Mavs. Great, your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast.
No one's dying.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still killing.
Your team every day.
I'm gonna get a city like that.
And welcome. You are locked on to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Dallas Mavericks for 10 years. Thanks for being in every day or making Locked On Mavs your first listen. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets on your first $5 bet wins. Joining me, as always, my co-host, media member covering the Mavs for 10 years, right alongside me, the head coaching cousin, the One More Thing King. What you got for me, Isaac Harris?
I'm just ready for the draft, man. Like, can we just have the draft now?
Finals haven't even started yet.
I know, but I just want this draft to be what's in that. I think it's going to be one of the more fun drafts. And it's going to be player movement, I think, before, during, after. It's just a lot of fun. But yes, I am excited about the finals. I'm going to watch every bit of the finals.
It definitely is. It definitely is a lot of fun. We'll talk about the finals a little later. We're going to talk about we'll predict NBA storylines for the finals. We love doing this. Like, what will people talk about after the finals or during the finals, or what will be a thing? So we'll go through that, talk about the finals and what it means. But let's start here. Yesterday, we talked about Jason Kidd and the New York Knicks, and if Jason Kidd would be interested in hearing about the New York Knicks job or even thinking about the New York Knicks job. Several of you were upset that we talked about that and considered that would happen. And then Mark Stein reports today, two head coaches who are not currently available but said to interest the Knicks, according to league sources, are Houston's Ime Udoka and Dallas's Jason Kidd. One source with knowledge of the Rockets' thinking told the Stein line categorically that permission to speak with Udoka would be rejected if the Knicks requested it. He said a similar response would be expected from the Mavericks, but a read on their position as conclusive as Houston's could not be immediately confirmed as of Tuesday night. So the question becomes, Isaac, if the New York Knicks do come to the Mavericks and say, hey, Jason Kidd is under contract for 2 more years, would you allow us to interview him for our head coaching vacancy? This has to happen for every assistant coach too. Like, the Mavs are allowing Sean Sweeney to take these interviews with these other teams, and the same thing for the head coach. And so if the Knicks come to the Mavericks, should the Mavericks let Jason Kidd interview for the Knicks job?
Yes, they should. I mean, because a lot of things are how these things work is like, if a team is going to request to interview another guy, then you don't want to suggest tampering here, but they have a pretty good knowledge
with the Knicks. The New York Knicks, Leon Rose's New York Knicks.
And that's why I'm saying is I don't think it's going to be a fully, yes, technically it would be Dallas's call to do that. But if the Knicks if they're going to request permission to talk to Jason Kidd, then I think that they've pretty much got a pretty good feeling on the level of interest there would be from Jason Kidd. And that's where it gets like, if you're a team and you think that your coach has that interest, or that's been communicated to the Knicks, or maybe your coach has told you, hey, I'd like to hear him out type of thing. Why shut it down and make it awkward? Like, you got to let it go. And I mean, unless you have like Spoelstra or somebody who's won you like a title or two or something like that, like, I get that, but Jason Kidd's not Spoelstra. So
you're like, if he has 1 foot out the door anyway, you might as well let him explore the waters. What if they don't pick him, or he doesn't decide to go for it and he comes back? Then he interviewed for another job. It's like, hey, do you really want to be here? Are you fully locked in?
Yeah, no, that's weird. I mean, I think
also then if you allow the interview, then you're just basically saying, all right, Jason Kidd's going to be gone in, I don't know, because will he lose the locker room if he accepts an interview with somewhere else and then comes back? Like how will that play out?
Surely not, right? I don't know. Honestly,
it's a weird thing. It is a really weird situation.
But I'm still not shooting it down. Like, I still think there's a chance that all that could happen despite YouTube comments. But there was interest before 4 or 5 years ago from both sides, when they went to hire Tibbs. And we talked on yesterday's show about who has the brighter future, what's the differences between the two situations and stuff. Just looking at like a career as a coach, which job is safer over the next few seasons, Dallas or New York? And anyway, I don't want to rehash all of that, but yeah.
See, I think you need stability if you're the Mavericks. And I guess, sure, you let him do the interview, but I think you're hoping that he stays, right? Because I need some stability in that spot. I need Jason Kidd, who has been thinking about and has been planning for this new roster, thinking about Cooper Flagg. He's already done some interviews about how he's talked about planning for Cooper Flagg. I think you need stability there, and I don't know that we need like another big change moment for this Mavericks team if they want to win right now. You know what I mean? Like, who are they bringing in? And maybe it's just Sean Sweeney moves up, but maybe Sean Sweeney goes with Jason Kidd and like coaches with the Knicks. Then all of a sudden you got to replace the whole coaching staff.
I'm not even fully advocating for it. I'm just saying if they request permission and Jason Kidd lets you know that, hey, not even like, hey, I'm interested. If he even acknowledges like, hey, I kind of want to hear it out and just see what it is, then I would grant it then. But if he comes to you and says, no, I don't want to listen to it at all, like I want to be here and I'd rather talk extension in the next, within the next 12 months than like me leaving, then I think you hold on to him and like, yeah, and all that.
So that's the other part of this. He does have 2 years left, but will he use this as leverage for an extension?
Possibly. Here's my question for it. What does it mean for Nico Harrison if Jason Kidd left for the Knicks? Because I feel like we've seen different reporting, not like huge reporting on it, but like I feel like we've seen bits and pieces of like, hey, Dumont's more active now with things. Some people say like guardrails, I think, were like really not fully 100% just saying Nico run with everything still. Like he wants to be kind of looped into stuff now. So if there's any type of like doubt or any type of like questioning of your empowerment of Nico, if Jason Kidd took another position in the midst of that doubt and like suspicion a little bit, are you going to let Nico make a new hire?
See, my read on that situation is that now he hasn't just given Nico full reign, 100%, like no holds bar, that he'll check his work basically. And he's not going to just trust him implicitly after the Luka trade, obviously. And so I think he'd still let him hire a coach. That's still part of his job. He's going to let him draft. He's going to let him trade. He's going to let him do all the offseason stuff, right? Like if he wasn't going to do that, then he would have fired him anyway. He would have listened to the fans and fired him anyway already. But I think he'd hire a new coach. Coaches can be replaced, like they are all the time. All the coach of the year candidates except Daigneault over the last like 6-7 years have been fired. So
yeah. Anyway, I was just thinking about that today. I was like, what would that mean for Nico? Not saying it would mean like I just like how would that shift things with him of now running a coaching search and all the stuff.
What did you think about the Stein mention in his piece? This is on his Substack, by the way. That Jason Kidd also remains close to Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is oft described as a potential Knicks trade target should Antetokounmpo ever decide to push for a move. Is that's appealing to the Knicks?
I think in a way, yeah. I mean, because we know Jason Kidd and Giannis have a close relationship, and from the Milwaukee days, I remember when Kidd started. I think it was right after he was hired here in Dallas. That's when Mir and Fader's book came out on Giannis.
Oh yeah,
Kidd quotes and stuff in there, and I don't want to talk fully about it because I think it was like officially like off the record because he wasn't in front of like a podium and all the stuff. But
about when they played on Christmas.
No, this was like anyway, but there was some back and forth engagement about that book, some quotes and stuff about that, and I was just in that little scrum there, and just some about their relationship and stuff. So it's definitely real. I mean, it's definitely there and stuff. And if I'm a team that's eyeing Giannis for anything, then you would be kind of dumb to like not be pursuing a coach out there that he likes.
That could be an interesting kind of motivation for the Knicks. If you're thinking, well, why would the Knicks want Jason Kidd? He did coach a team to the finals, team that wasn't necessarily expected to go there. Did coach a team to the Western Conference Finals when nobody really expected them to either. And he's close to Giannis, has a relationship with players, and that's sort of their whole game up there. He coached Brunson when they went to that Western Conference Finals run too. I don't know if he has a relationship with Rick Brunson. Is that important anymore? Is that important anymore for them?
Yeah, Rose and them. Yeah.
But so we'll get into all that as we hear more info and all that. But coming up, we're going to tell you what the storylines will be for the NBA Finals and more. This episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook has all kinds of props and odds that you can get into the action. The NBA playoffs are in full swing. It's never been a better time to get in on said action. We're talking about the finals, so let's talk about Game 1. Oh, I'm bringing Isaac back in for this one. Game 1. Guess the line. The spread. Guess the spread.
Oh, it's going to be like OKC 9.5.
OKC 9.5.
Whoa!
You nailed it. You nailed it. So go check it out and see what you can get on FanDuel. There's all kinds of things on there as well. And if you're new to FanDuel, it's a perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com, place your first $5 bet, and let's say you think that the Thunder will win by 10, basically. And in game 1, if you win that, you get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad, listening every day. We appreciate each and every one of you for checking out the show. Even in June, the Mavs haven't played for 2 months. If you're listening to the show right now, thank you. Appreciate it. Every single one of you. We have a text line if you want to get texts on rumors. We sent the rumor today that Mark Stein said. We sent it at the beginning of the day. As soon as we got it, we sent it and sent our thoughts on it. We'll do Q&As, game previews, all kinds of stuff. Become a Locked On Mavs Insider, 214-643-8637, or check the link in the description. All right, Isaac. We love doing this every year. We're going to do guess the storylines for the NBA Finals. Go through what people are going to be talking about, what people are going to say throughout this NBA Finals between the Thunder and the Pacers.
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of said this yesterday, but one of the annoying things for me is going to be, a lot of people are picking OKC to win this thing in 5 or 6 games, some a sweep. They're the heavy favorites and stuff. And I just don't want it to turn into, man, the Pacers are they one of the worst teams that's ever made the finals?
They just lucky to be here.
Yeah, just because they don't have a top 3 or top 5 guy. And I'll pair this one with it. Was the Athletic poll right about Tyrese Halliburton being overrated?
My gosh. I saw you post about this, about how it was literally like 13 players that said he was overrated, right? Like
13 players said this to this poll, said that he was the most overrated player. Those 13 players helped create one of the single most talked about storyline narratives of the entire playoffs in this Halliburton run. And I just, once again, if OKC wins this in 4 or 5 games, are people doing is Halliburton really that good? And I just think all of those are overreactions, because I think OKC is that good to where we've seen their effect, especially on backcourt players and how well they defend those guys, that if Halliburton doesn't have the same numbers or they get beat in 5 games, I don't think it's an indictment on Halliburton is overrated or the Pacers aren't a good team.
No, they've already gotten what they were going to get from this run, right? They're going to get the respect. The same as Luka and the Mavs, last year in the finals. They got their respect, and they got what, they got the respect of getting there, and they earned everything that they did on the way there. When they got beat pretty bad in the finals, it didn't take anything away from them, I don't think.
Yeah.
And I think the same will be said about the Pacers, because they weren't expected to be there. It's like, all right, you've already, this is icing on the cake for you.
But I'm expecting one of those storylines to
the overrated one to come back. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have one of those games where, like he did, what was it, game 4, game 5, where he just had 6 points, and you go, all right, he's just kind of not really doing a lot, not really putting up a lot of stats. Okay,
Perk the next morning's like, he's not that dude.
Yeah. He hasn't been all year, and now okay, all right. I do think we'll see we'll talk about the Thunder's dominance the whole time. And I think there will be an assumption that the Thunder will win the whole way. Right. Mm-hmm. If the Pacers win the first game, it's why did the Thunder lose? How could the Thunder, you know what I mean? Every single time it'll be an indictment on the Thunder instead of on the Pacers.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, I put one on there that, I feel like you're already starting to see it a little bit, but is OKC the new dynasty?
Yeah, right.
Are they gonna run the century? You know, it's like, whoa, the century. What are we talking about here? The decade. Or
We talked about this yesterday. We're just missing a dynasty so bad in the NBA. Like people, it's like, oh, we're used to this. We're about to see 7 champions in 7 years. And it's just always been that way that we've seen these Lakers, Warriors, Celtics, Spurs, Cavs. Like we've seen these teams over and over again. And now we're seeing these brand new teams. And now it's like, well, it's okay. We're waiting for the next one to pop up. It's just so hard. I guess they'll keep those 3 guys together, but.
Yeah, I think some people just want to like define these like eras so much by these like dynasties or.
Well, I think somebody just wants to be the first to say, is it a dynasty? You know what I mean? Like the first one to label it.
Yeah. And it's like they haven't even won a title yet. And people are talking about like, dude, what's the next 8 years look like? And it's just like, you just never know. I mean, we watched Luka play in the finals and now he's in a freaking Lakers jersey. So like, you just don't ever know how fast some of these things could change. So, but I think you're going to get a lot of
how fast the night
Thunder changes. And can I build one on top of this one? This one's kind of a more specific one. This is going to be a first take segment. And I wish I had odds. I wish I had odds on it because I might put some down on it. The better OKC big 3, KD, Russ, and Harden.
Oh yeah,
or SGA. Yeah. I mean, that's a lock, right? Like that is going to be debated on first take. Which big 3 is better? Which big 3 will have the better careers? And it's like, dude, the likelihood of those 3 guys reaching the level that KD, Russ, and Harden has reached in their career and their accomplishments.
They're all MVPs.
Yeah, it's like, come on. And
Jalen Williams is never going to win an MVP, right? Like,
no. So but I feel like that. I mean, I could just see it on like the little like lower third there.
Oh, for sure.
First take.
They'll do that, and then they'll also simplify to be just SGA versus KD, who's a better Thunder. Like, who's a better Thunder? Like, what do they call? What do you call a Thunder player? Like, you have a Maverick. Kyrie is a Maverick. SGA is a Thunder.
Gosh, I don't even know what it called. I mean, what's their like mascot? Is it like Bolt or something?
Yeah, but like
not the dog.
But is Tyler Hero a Heat? I guess we say a Heat.
He's a little flame.
He's a flame. Yeah. Well, who is a better big 3?
Oh no, the KD, Russ, and Harden. I mean, come on. Like,
I think team wise, you can make a case, and here we'll do the segment. I think team wise, you can make a case that the big 3 of the current day fit better together than the big 3 then. And also, Harden wasn't at the peak of his powers yet. He wasn't even close. I mean, he's kind of the level that Jalen Williams is right now, but not even because he wasn't even an all-star.
Yeah, he's coming off the bench. I just feel like those 3, if they were playing in today's game, they would fit much better.
Well, yeah, now that they're all like fully realized avatars, but like they weren't. That wasn't the case.
Do they try to throw
but like
they in it?
Yeah, but they were the age these guys are then in 2012 when they made the finals.
Yeah.
This group is better than that group was then together, but separately they're not all gonna. The sum of their parts is gonna be better, but each individual one's gonna be.
Since we're on the Thunder collectively, can I throw another one at you?
Yeah.
Assuming that the Thunder probably win, do the Sonics get credit for this title? That's
no.
Gonna be the
Thunder. The Thunder don't even have the Sonics banners in their Paycom Arena now.
But that's somebody's going to be debating that.
Is it a former NFL player? Like,
is this a Sonics title too? You know, where do the Sonics play into this right now?
The Thunder are minus 700 favorite in this series on FanDuel. You have to bet $700 to win $100 if you think the Thunder are going to win.
I picked the Pacers in 6.
Pacers are only plus 500. It feels like that should be higher if you're going to make it minus 700 on the other side.
I think so.
Yeah, somebody will say that, but it will be dumb because you can immediately just counter with, well, they don't take the Sonics history now, so it's not going to.
I know.
Coming up, More storylines for the NBA Finals.
I got a LeBron tweet in the third segment.
Oh, let's get into it. Coming up. All right, we're talking about storylines that will happen in the NBA Finals and just chopping it up about the NBA Finals. The big 3-1 is a really good one. That will definitely happen. Multiple people will have that conversation. That one's going to be fun. What's LeBron going to say about the NBA Finals?
I think we're going to have some Caruso storylines, all right? And we're going to get a LeBron tweet. AC, been that dude, finally getting some cred. He's going to shout out.
You wrote out the full tweet.
I did. He's going to shout out Alex Caruso, call him by a nickname, and also find some little subtle way of like, I've known he's been this good.
Yeah.
All time.
Knew when he was in the G League.
Yeah. No, when I used to watch, him and Mark and the G League together, I knew that they would
and Josh Majette and whoever else was hanging out.
Let me stay on Caruso for a second. I think here's a first take one. Could we get is Alex Caruso the best role player ever? We're going to see like a role player, like pyramid.
Like, yeah, if someone's going to do like a draft of like the best role players ever.
Yeah.
And no. The pyramid thing is the Nick Wright thing on Fox Sports. Nick Wright will do the role player pyramid.
Role player pyramid. And that's going to be the like question. Is Caruso the best role player ever? And it's going to be a breakdown of everybody. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's like Bruce Brown or Alex Caruso, Deshaun Stevenson,
yes. On my dark days. There will be the ratings talk about the small markets.
I have that on here.
A million times will happen, and I could not care less.
Oh no, me neither. And so many people act so tough talking about it, and like, y'all don't care. It just doesn't affect you.
Didn't the NBA sign like a 10-year like billion-dollar deal? Okay, gotta worry about the ratings in 10 years, not right now.
It is going to be a conversation because ratings will be lower than past years, and I am fascinated to see how the NBA spends it. I love the NBA communications tweets with like the
social media.
This clip about Caruso getting a steal and left-hand layup got 43 million impressions. One of our most viewed clips on social media. It's like, all right, thanks. Cool.
Now, we did love when the number one most viewed play of the season last year was the Luka diving on the floor, throwing it to Kyrie up to Derrick Jones Jr. Like,
yeah, both of them are in LA. The ratings combo will definitely happen. Okay, here's one. I think the Pacers win at least 2 games in this series. I don't think it's a sweep.
Pick the Thunder in 6 too.
I don't think it's a sweep. I don't think Thunder win in 5. I think the Pacers team is too good. I think Rick Carlisle is that brilliant and wizard of a coach. To where honestly, like, I know I threw out 6 as a prediction. Yeah, I said Pacers in 6. I'm rooting for the Pacers, and I think there's a realistic world the Pacers could win this series. Like, I know, I get it. If I had to bet my house and mortgage and all the stuff down on who would win, it would be the Thunder. But there's a path. And so I put on here, are we going to get a Rick on the pantheon of coaches like Mount Rushmore conversation?
Especially if they win.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they win. Pacers, Mavs in 2011, his like collective like ceiling, like floor of wins that he's always had. I mean, how many years we always make the playoffs in Dallas. And as much as, Rick was a jerk at times and players didn't like him, especially towards the end of Dallas and all this stuff. And the bigger picture of Rick Carlisle, like he's always been a brilliant mastermind. But just to see how he's changed as a coach too, from those early days in Detroit and Indiana and those stops along the way, there's stories on each about how players got along, like there were a lot of disagreements with players. He's always been that type of personality, but to win and have this like sustained success is a huge thing. And I think he's going to get some more flowers in the finals.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Then they'll do the who's got the coaching advantage between Carlisle and Daigneault. All that.
Yeah. We're going to hear a lot about the Daigneault's young and
I got another one. If the Thunder lose any game, do the Thunder have too many players?
Oh, that's good.
Do the Thunder have too many? They're too deep. Is that the Thunder's problem?
Let's try to guess the Magic Johnson tweet after game one.
After game one, SGA has really positioned himself as the finals MVP.
Alexander.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has really positioned himself for the finals MVP, but also Jalen Williams is making a good case. Chet Holmgren also had a good game. Alex Caruso could be up there with his defense, and Lou Dort with his defense as well could also make a case for the finals MVP.
Yeah, that's good.
Listing every player.
I think it's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder are truly dominant. Alex Caruso helped win the Los Angeles Lakers a title.
Yeah.
And he's
I watched Alex Caruso.
win help Lakers win a title, and now he's doing the same in Oklahoma City.
Okay, we do have a Magic Johnson tweet about the finals already.
Oh, give it to me.
Okay, it came in the afternoon on Wednesday.
Let's go.
The Oklahoma City Thunder, you're right, should be worried about Indiana because the Pacers have been a great road team in this year's playoffs. Throughout the playoffs, they beat the Bucks in Milwaukee once at home in the first round, the number one seeded Cavaliers 3 times in Cleveland in the second round, and beat the Knicks twice in New York during the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wow, thanks.
That's good info.
Yeah.
Good job, Magic.
See Chat GPT in this.
He did have a tweet the day before. You have the NBA MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, in my opinion.
He spelled out SGA.
Yeah, he did.
My God.
This will be an all-time great point guard matchup. We mentioned Halliburton. On the other side, Tyler's Halliburton.
I do wonder if OKC wins it. I think I said this in yesterday's pod. I already seen somebody try to do if SGA wins the title, is he a top 5 point guard of all time? It's like, okay, guys. I think this is going to be one of the best like individual seasons we'll see a single player have. Accomplishment wise, I mean, MVP, like if he wins it and stuff, MVP, finals MVP, a ring, scoring champ, like all this stuff. Like it's gonna be hard to like stack some seasons against that, but already anointing top 5 all-time point guard it's tough.
Can we do a storyline that we don't have to talk about or deal with anymore?
Bring it to me.
Is he better than Luka?
Oh God. Thank goodness.
Glad we don't talk about
and here's my last one. It's regarding SGA too. I mean, is this just going to be the prime served up on a silver platter grifting conversation?
No, if it was Brunson versus him, it would be. But he's gonna be the one that stands out among all the players in the finals.
The finals is a different level than any other playoff series. More eyeballs on it.
Yeah,
and I just wonder what the grifting conversation is going to be like if it's on prime time, especially if it's like at the end of like a fourth quarter tight game.
Yeah.
We get a couple just insane calls. Going to be a story.
It's going to be funny. Do you have any more?
No, that's it.
The NBA Finals. Go check out Locked On Thunder, Locked On Pacers. 2 of our best. Rylan Stiles, Tony East.
Oh, they're great. Yeah. Tony, I will shout out. I mean, obviously, Rylan does great, and he's going to freaking probably have a freaking championship parade. He's going to enjoy in Bricktown. But Tony writes for Forbes, and he wrote an incredible piece about the just Pacers season and leading up to the finals and stuff. I really enjoyed reading it. I retweeted it and stuff too, but I thought it was really great. He travels wherever the Pacers goes and stuff too. So follow him and Rylan. They do great work.
They're killing it over there. And we also have Locked On NBA Game Night too. We'll be covering. I did an episode early this week on Locked On NBA Game Night, so go check out that show as well. And we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully with Slightly. We were supposed to record with Slightly tonight. Slightly got injured tonight. he's literally on our injury report for the podcast tonight. He had to be in bed because he hurt himself. He tweeted about it, so I feel good
Hopefully
talking about
this
it.
isn't an indictment on the Mavs offseason. So
I was gonna say the Mavs training staff. I'm gonna blame them, honestly.
does his doctor have a certificate? Did they actually have a
strength coach?
His strength coach. Nick is you're coming to my house tomorrow for game 1.
Oh yeah.
What should we eat? What do I need to cook?
Oh, I don't know. What you got on the grill? You got something to put on the grill? I'll bring something.
Oh, whatever you want.
In the comments, your go-to finals snack. What are you eating?
Yeah.
Let us know. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs.
Peace out.